To install these drawer fronts, I'm using spacers to get perfect placement and then driving washer head screws through the drawer pull holes that I previously drilled. This secures the drawer front to the drawer temporarily, allowing me to open the drawer and drive more washer head screws through the drawer into the drawer front from the back. Then I can pull out those first screws. Then I can drill the holes for the drawer pulls through the drawer box. I use the holes in the drawer front as the guide and put a scrap of wood behind the drawer box to reduce tear out when I push the drill bit through. Now, if you run into a situation like I did, where the bolts that come with the drawer pulls are too long, you've probably got a tool on hand that will cut the bolts down that you didn't even know about. At least I didn't. A lot of common wire strippers are also bolt cutters. You screw it in, cut it, and unscrew it, and it repairs the thread. Thank you to my wonderful friends on Instagram for sharing that little tidbit of knowledge with me. I did the bottom 4 drawers and left the top narrowest drawers until the very end so that I could trim those down if needed. And that was needed. So I had to sand and reprime the area where I painted. Then I installed those as I did the other 4. I'm really careful and try to place each drawer front as perfectly as possible as I install each one. But once a whole set of drawer fronts are installed, there's always some fine-tune adjustments that have to be made. Which is one of the benefits of the Bloom drawer slides. Not all of the locking mechanisms have side-to-side adjustments though, which is the case on the drawer glides that I used on the right side of my pantry. I didn't have enough depth to use the locking mechanisms that give me more adjustment capabilities. On these drawers, I used a 1/4-inch drill bit and drilled 2 holes near the outside edges of the front of the drawer. Then I'll use drawer front adjustment screws through these holes. I'll show you that in a second. I'm using the method I just showed you to temporarily secure the drawer front to the drawer through the holes that were drilled for the drawer pulls. Once those screws are in, you can open the drawer. Then you'll take these adjustment screws, which have a very large washer head, drive them through the holes you just drilled and into the drawer front. And the reason we put those holes near the outside edge was so the screw would go through the stile and not the panel. We don't want them sticking through. Now you can remove the temporary screws and check to see if your drawer front stayed exactly where you want it to. If you had a little slippage, then you can open your drawer, loosen the screws slightly, adjust the drawer front, tighten the screws, and close it, and check again. You may have to do it several times. Realistically, it might be a lot more than several times. But the benefit to doing it this way is you don't have to find a new hole to drive a screw into every time you slightly adjust your drawer front. Who wants 45 holes in their drawer? Not me. You just have to shimmy that drawer front around until you get it in exactly the right spot. And when you do, make sure you celebrate, because by now, believe me, you deserve it.